2 minutes to the gentlewoman from Oregon, Ms. Hoyle.
The gentlewoman is now recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I ask unanimous consent for I ask unanimous consent to address the House.
The gentlewoman is now recognized.
Today I rise in strong opposition to HJ Resolution 98, which would repeal the National Labor Relations Board Joint Employment Standard. Under President Biden, this rule was issued to protect workers' rights. Unfortunately, House Republicans want to repeal this strong standard, and today I've heard a lot of misleading claims about this joint employer standard. Simply put, this issue is about whether or not employers have to come to the bargaining table where the employer controls the means and manner of the worker's employment. As a member of the Congressional Labor Caucus and someone who spent 25 years in the private sector putting food on the table for my family, I believe that when workers come to bargain over their wages and working conditions, those employers who do control the means and manner of workers' employment, and that is the standard by which we determine whether someone is a direct employee or an independent contractor, should be at the bargaining table as required by law. And when workers do better, employers do better, and our country does better. And this is exactly what the Biden administration's joint employer rule does. What it doesn't do is impact the ability to utilize independent contractors when appropriate. And has been mentioned today, no franchisee has ever been categorized as a joint employer. There's more misinformation used to undermine the ability of workers to organize and bargain for better wages, hours, and working conditions. This strong standard overturns the Trump administration's rule, and it cracks down on corporations that outsource jobs and use independent contractors to walk away from their duties as an employer, creating an unlevel playing field and unfair competition for those employers who are willing to provide fair wages, hours, and safe working conditions for their workers as per the letter of the law. In seeking to overturn the NLRB's new, stronger joint employer standard, House Republicans are working to help bad employers avoid their responsibility to employees and undermining workers across this country. I urge my colleagues to vote against this anti-worker bill, and I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentlewoman from Oregon yields. The gentleman from Virginia reserves. And the